everybody, welcome to episode 1 of the Bicker Buddies, brought to you by...
Wait.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1 of the Bicker Buddies, brought to you, well not yet, but hopefully soon, brought to you by Ridge Wallet or Raid Shadow Legends. Or
Shout out to Ridge Wallet. They're making these really thin, ultra sleek
sponsor
steel.
us. We need money.
And this is also brought to you by VPN, Nordic VPN.
Nord.
Here's Bubba. Oh, he's so scared.
Damn, this is the most chaotic. There's Bubba.
We are talking about average Kung Fu Panda enjoyer versus Lars von Trier watcher. Notice I don't say enjoyer because does anyone really enjoy watching a Lars von Trier type beat?
We're gonna get into that because you enjoyed.
I didn't.
What was the Panda movie?
Oh, Nymphomaniac.
Yeah, you enjoyed that movie. Like, genuinely, you enjoyed it. And I really got some questions because
you didn't even finish the second part. So.
Yeah, because it was so. It was like, okay, here's my thing. We're just gonna crack into it. I mean, this is gonna be an organic
That's our
thing.
fucking thing.
Well,
aren't we cracking into it? Isn't that the whole point of while we're here? Why we're here?
Not the point of while we're here. Here's the thing about Nymphomaniac Part 1. And Lars von Trier in general is French bastard, you know? He's like, ooh,
Dude, he's Dutch, right? We've been
French,
over this,
Dutch, like...
I think. Watch us both be wrong. No,
whatever,
I think he's Dutch.
man. Like, French, German bastard. Like,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
I actually haven't seen any Gaspar. No.
You don't need. I mean, this is coming from a Kung
But
Fu Panda enjoyer.
Yeah, I like that type of stuff, so I should probably watch
boring.
it. No, actually, that's not true. I told you I was really, really high when I watched Into the Void, and I don't remember anything.
Only way to watch it.
So, yeah, but
It's-
I don't remember it, so I don't know if I like it or not. But what's the one that you were saying that is like backwards or whatever?
Oh,
I do wanna watch that.
Irreversible. Irreversible.
I do want to watch that.
That has a really long, infamous, very long R-word scene.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, I know that's like
spoilers are fine because you guys don't want to watch.
Like
this
you
shit.
have to get yourself into a mood to watch some shit like that. Like
Firehouse.
I waited until cancer season of last year to watch Dancer in the Dark, and like did that movie f me up irrehensibly?
Irrehensibly.
How do you say that word? You know what?
I don't
word
know what
I'm
word
talking
you're
about.
even trying to
Are
say.
you fucking serious?
Irreversibly?
No.
Irrehensibly.
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 Yes. Did it f me up?
I'm looking up if that's a word.
It's
Go
a fucking
on.
word, dude.
Irrehensibly.
Yeah, obviously.
Hang on.
I thought you had a bigger vocabulary than I do, but
In an irreconcilable way?
no, irreprehensibly.
Reprehensible.
No.
Irreversibly? Did it mess me up irrehensibly? Here's the thing. I was, Can you let me finish? Can you let me finish?
I'm gonna let you finish.
Nymphomaniac Part 1. The reason I didn't watch Part 2 is because it was just like...
No, I mean...
Hang on. It was like watching the longest, most boring, story-driven porno I've ever seen. And who cares about the characters? I don't even remember anything about it. There was an old guy, and like he lived on the shore. He kept asking her like, "Oh, so who'd you f next?" And she's like, "Oh, well, this guy."
Dude, you have to watch the second part or else none of that is even gonna fucking matter.
Why? But
So we're not gonna talk about
he
that.
gave me no reason to. Whereas a movie
not
like
gonna
Kung
talk
Fu
about that.
Panda.
Okay, so the broader thing here that we are getting at is that I like to watch movies that like... I feel like changed my life in some way.
Yeah, sure.
Like yes, Dancer in the Dark fucked me up to a point of no return. And I lost sleep that night because I was having dreams of Bjork, one of my favorite singers, dying over and over. But you know what? I would rather watch a movie like that and I get way more from it than I do something like Kung Fu Panda. And I'm sorry, but those are just two different schools of thought. Like I would rather spend 2 hours and have it like change the way I look at cinema than fucking watch Kung Fu Panda again that I've already seen that movie.
Let me ask you a question though. Honestly, what did you get out of Dancer in the Dark? What did you get that was so life?
I've never seen a movie like that.
I've seen it all.
Which gave you what?
I've never seen a movie
So depressing?
yet.
My God, no way,
Yes.
Okay.
But, like, I admire, like, if you're gonna do something, like, do it bold, do it memorable, and, like, if your goal is to f people up, and it f***ed me up, then you completed your goal. That's what I really want out of a movie, is, like, for it to complete its goal emotion-wise. It's like, if you want to disturb somebody, and you make me disturbed,
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I think that that's a successful movie.
Kung Fu Panda does that irrehensibly. And it
Disturbs?
doesn't. No, it doesn't. What you're saying, you got something out of it, and here's what I got out of Kung Fu Panda is like, okay, so for anybody who hasn't seen it, spoilers ahead. He has to get the Po, as portrayed brilliantly by Jack Black. He has to obtain the Dragon Scroll to become the Dragon Warrior, and when he finally does, all he sees in it is his own reflection, bringing home the message that the secret to being the Dragon Warrior is believing in yourself. And that's a very good and even in the credits of that movie, you know, it's shown in the credits, you can see him showing it to a group of rabbits. So it's like anybody can be the Dragon Warrior. You just have to believe in yourself. And I think that Lars von Trier just makes a bunch of movies where he's like cutting people's dicks open and, you know, or it's like a boring porno. And like, I don't get anything.
But you can't say that there's a thousand other movies like what he does versus there is 1,000 other movies like Kung Fu Panda that all have some sort of
makes me happy,
message.
Makes me happy.
That's good, but that's just a difference in what we enjoy to watch because I don't need to watch things. I just want to get something out of it besides like, oh, that's cute. You know,
it's
like,
not just all that's cute. It's a fantastic. There's action. There's drama. I'm gonna give you another example. The movie Rush Hour. Okay, two unlikely, but one of my favorite movies, by the way. Rush Hour. Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker. It's a buddy cop movie. Two unlikely friends. Right. It just shows you can be friends with anybody, and it's like when they're comparing their fathers. Just don't even let me get into it. Rush Hour is a good movie. One of the best.
And for me personally, I could have gone my whole life without ever watching it, and that'd be okay with me.
I just think that's so interesting because I can give you examples from those types of movies where they irrehensibly changed my life, whereas your irrehensible example was like, made me feel really depressed.
You never saw the movie? Oh, Nymphomaniac, you mean?
Any of them? I've seen Nymphomaniac. I've seen The House That Jack Built.
I haven't. I've only seen Dancer in the Dark and Nymphomaniac. To be fair, I'm just saying I do like that type of stuff.
Well, I've seen Antichrist, and I'll tell you what I got out of that one. Spoiler alert. Penis anxiety, not like size wise, like basically it just gets, you know.
Yeah. We don't need to. We need to Google what gets you demonetized. I know that I said already, and we're gonna bleep that.
You can say.
No. We're gonna bleep that.
TikTokers is a good song. I like silly, whimsical, fun things that make me happy.
Okay, but movie-wise, if I'm committing to spend, let's get back on topic. If I'm committing to spend a whole 1.5 to 2 to 3 hours, it's like if you're gonna be so whimsical that it's the most whimsical thing I've ever seen, then do it, please. I want to see that. But like, if I'm committing that much of my life to something, I want to know that I am spending that on something that is like a piece of art that will live forever. Audience. In my brain and in many people's brains. Audience. I want to know that. And that's also why I'm a review girly. And this is another thing. That's another video.
Audience.
I'm a Yelp girly. I'm a review girly. And that, I know that's...
This is like one of those Fox or CNN
thing.
shows where they cut each other off. Because I have to cut you off here because you have contradicted yourself in real life. Don't listen to anything she says. She's a fraud, a scam, a schemer. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you one example of a critically acclaimed series. I have range. I'm not just a Kung Fu Panda Rush Hour guy. One of my favorite movies is The Master, directed by Paul Thomas. Listen, we're talking about movies. here's the thing. I showed her The Master. And if you've seen that movie, you know it's good unless you're stupid. And you didn't like The Master.
I didn't dislike The Master.
You said it was boring.
I didn't dislike it. I don't know if I ever said exact words that it was boring, but I didn't like it. I didn't dislike it. It's definitely not like living in my head rent free.
But Nymphomaniac is. Nothing happens in that
Yes.
movie, but she has sex with a bunch of dudes.
And you never see that in movies that much. For
You
the whole
don't see
fucking
sex
movie.
in movies.
For the whole fucking movie. Okay, no, the scene that changed me specifically. The scene that changed. The scene that specifically I'm thinking of is like when she's describing all the different hookups and the different like styles that they have, and it's, you know, 3 frames of the different, and it comes together like a symphony. And I think that's what the scene was about, is like it's a symphony or cacophony of different types of experiences. And I had never seen the like layout of that on a movie before. I'd never seen that type of display. I think that like movies are lacking in like different types of displays of like you never see like a 3-panel like edit like that.
Since you did this, I'm gonna do it.
Like revolving around sex or something.
I'm gonna stop you right there because there are plenty
Cats
of.
are
I'll give you
fighting.
another example of them.
Are you gonna say fucking?
Poor Things.
Yeah.
Poor Things was excellent. I loved it
No,
because
I think, that movie wouldn't have happened without Nymphomaniac, and you know that's true. You know that's true. Nymphomaniac set the fucking tone for Poor Things, because you just don't really see women's sexuality like that in many other pieces of media. And like, yeah, Poor Things was really fucking good, but that came out this year. I don't know, maybe I'm ignorant, but I can't think of other pieces of media where they
hogging this mic like KD or Russell Westbrook hogs the ball. My point with bringing up Poor Things was that it's very similar in that aspect. However, my point is that Lars von Trier makes fucking boring movies.
He doesn't.
Boring. So I'm so bored, and I wasn't bored when I watched Poor Things. So my point is, I can watch some artsy bullshit and like it a lot. I just don't like Lars von Trier movies because it's just depression.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's the one criticism that I do completely understand, is like, especially Dance in the Dark. Like, I was reading people's reviews of it or whatever, and like, I do understand like the complaint of it being like depression, and that critique.
Glad you're taking my side on the Rush Hour Kung Fu Panda.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I would not say it's boring at all to me, but I do concede of like, I understand the argument of.
We gotta quit moving this mic, by the way. It's gonna cause crazy outcomes. Like, every time we do this, you keep doing this. The cable is gonna go.
That's true. Okay, let's keep it right here, and we'll just lean in if we have something
You're
very
closer
important
to
that
it.
we want to
You've been saying things. Now it's my turn.
We both been saying things. Head.
Welcome to Bicker Buddies.
Welcome to Bicker, but hang on just a second. I got one more thing to say. I like good movies and movies that are fun, and I love to eat. And just let me finish this thought because I think you'll see where I'm coming from. I like to get a big Mike's Way. Corbin. I like to get a big sub Mike's Way and an original Italian at Jersey Mike's. And I stuff it in my pants, in the front of my pants when I go to the theater, okay? And I like to enjoy that sub with the oregano and the oil, and, I like to eat like this. While I'm watching a movie, I eat like this. If I'm watching something really depressing, it's just gonna ruin my sandwich. I can't watch a movie without my sandwich. And, sandwich-worthy movies. Kung Fu Panda, Rush Hour, The Matrix, The Master, Poor Things, the first Die Hard, I guess. What else? Shrek 1 and 2. Shrek 1 and 2. I don't want to eat a sub while watching, some guy get split in half. I never watched a movie without eating a sub from Jersey Mike's. Not lying about that. You can corroborate that. I've always get a Jersey Mike's, original Italian Mike's Way. Yes, I do. Please don't ruin the illusion.
Have time for your magic tricks.
Illusion stand.
And cut that. because I want to be known as the man who eats in the original Italian every time I watch a movie.
Every time you watch the SpongeBob movie.
I love the SpongeBob movie.
Or Shrek 2. Okay, but Shrek 2, like that's just a good movie.
It's a masterpiece.
And it is. It goes in the masterpiece tier. Like I'm not gonna say that every silly movie is a bad movie.
Dude, when Donkey goes.
But.
That
Okay,
part.
but can we talk about Shrek 2 versus Shrek 1? Because I think Shrek 2 is a little bit better.
This is not going to be a Bicker Buddy moment because I think Shrek 2 is a little bit better.
All right.
Shrek 1's...
We're the conceding buddies right now.
Shrek 1's more of like
Agreeing
the
buddies.
classic movie in the cultural lexicon.
Sure.
Irrehensibly or whatever.
And can we talk about there's not a whole lot of examples where the second one is better, but that is a definitive
it's a
one.
Funnier movie.
Yeah, I think it's just a more interesting plot line. There's more characters. Like I think I like the parents and the godmother for that matter, and the prince guy a lot. Hold on, I'm still talking.
Human Shrek got me bricked up.
Ew. Okay, Shrek is a Taurus. Can we talk about it?
Burp.
Shrek is a Taurus and Donkey is a Libra. We know that. Case closed. We don't need to look into it any further. The characters are more interesting. I like the parents, Fiona's parents. I think they're more interesting than fucking Lord Farquaad.
More like Lord Fartwad. That guy's such a little fart.
It's so true.
You know?
Yeah.
I know when I get bricked up.
Quit saying bricked up.
I learned to bricked up recently from the kids. And I say bricked up now. It's cool. It's like a cool thing. Like I'm 30, but I can still be like one of the kids.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
You know?
And that's why you like Kung Fu Panda. End video.
In video, keep it bricked. Hope everybody got bricked up from this video. Love to see you getting bricked up.
Well, basically, the point of this channel is we are the Bicker Buddies.
The Bicker Buddies.
And we are a couple that bickers lovingly with our various opinions on art, music, film, basically whatever. We are enjoyers of the arts. We're in a band together. I'm Annika.
And I have been Kyle.
Wait, you said not to move this. This is Kyle. I'm Monica.
Monica, by the way.
Monica. We are two Libras. We have strong opinions on things. Some of us a little stronger than others, you know what I mean? So, what are you guys more like? Are you more like me where you want your movies to have some sort of greater purpose and effect on your life? Or are you more like Kyle who's just there for the fun of it and just want to be entertained?
And
can you easily sit through Aquaman without wanting 2 hours of your life back?
bricked up during
Or start one episode of Big Bang Theory and decide, this isn't that bad, I will watch this. Or Friends, or The Carrie Diaries for some reason.
This is an unfair court. My movies do have a point, as I pointed out with the Dragon Scroll and the power within you. So are you more like depressed, or are you like...
I'm not depressed.
I like Lars von Trier
Do you
movies.
see in Rainbow? I painted this.
Yeah, you have to.
Does that look like somebody is depressed?
I mean, look at what I've accomplished. Do you see him? Do you think a depressed person could make this?
I don't think so.
You're the one watching that French son of a gun, dude.
Dutch. All right, goodbye.
If Cora bricks you up, leave a like. If he really gets you torqued, leave a subscribe to the thing. And if Cora really gets your gears turning, go ahead and ring that, whatever YouTube people say. The bell. The bell. Well, I love you. I love YouTube. I love everyone watching this video. This just became an ASMR, and I am your girlfriend.